Life. When I say life, what comes to your mind? Is it your house? Is it your bank balance? Is it your family? Is that your wealth? Is that your job? Or is it the reminder of how fragile and mortal this life is? So is every life. How gentle are you conducting your life? How disciplined are you with your life and the life of everyone around you? That we forget life means that our very way of living has to be conscious and remind us that it is a brief happening. It's a sparkle of life here on earth in this existence. With that said, life means the well-being of your environment, your surrounding. How conscious are you? Are you absolute? Or is every part of your life is in transaction with everything else, from our breath to our food to our thought and our impressions and our memory? All of this is in transaction with every life. By creating just well-being for one life, it can enhance that life to a possibility where that life can be an extension or support and a foundation for the other life. To create this, we need to have a conscious, gentle, and more awakened approach to life that we live. As these unprecedented times of our lives reminding us that we must adapt to the current situation we are in. Whatever is thrown at you, be it lockdown, be it a sad and most heartbreaking news of your loved ones or people who are closest to you, be it turmoil, but having said all of that, each life must be conducted gently, sensitively, so that we can become a part of an incredible solution to everything we do in life. Life means living through every situation we are faced, every single moment. We must not alter the way we conduct in good times and from the bad times. There are no good times, there are no bad times. Each of these times are showing you to remind yourself and everyone around that we live in a very fragile and a mortal life, that any one of us can become succumb to this fragility and this ever impermanence of life, and in turn making us feel who we are as a creature that can become the solution to every life and every creature and to the very planet that we live on. We must become the very key in each of us, 7 billion people on the planet. We, as individuals, can unlock the potential to becoming the most incredible and most intelligent creature on the planet, with an evolved and a gentle and sensitive touch to every life, and conduct our lives for the betterment, for the health, and for the well-being of every being, every creature, and for the very planet that support our existence here. The message is pretty clear. It is pretty clear that we must constantly be reminding ourselves that our mortality is a living experience of our life. And if this sink into our life, into our daily life, people say that life will come back to normal and they'll forget what happened. No, you must never forget that we are fragile and mortal, and that our lives depend on the very way we conduct this one life, and in turn every other life around everywhere. It is simple. We can make life or break life. If we make life for one life, in turn we must make the same for every other life. Health, well-being, safety, and nourishment, knowledge, and every possible way that if you enhance your life in a way, you must have the same courage, the same conscious, dedicated, devout courage to deliver the same to the others. In the most difficult times, as well as the good and easy times. It doesn't have to become a virus to make us remind to be great, to be contributory, to be charitable, and do great things. We can become great individually by lifting our consciousness to the very way of life, the very way of our conduct, the very foundation of our well-being. Once this is being brought into the center of every life, human life, we will only conduct our lives joyfully, with enormous pleasure in seeing the other lives thrive and living an exuberant and limitless possibilities. This has to become the very norm in every human being. Only then we can reopen our nations, reopen our lives into interacting and communicating with every life out there, and walk a gentle, more sensitive than how we have walked on this earth. I wish long life and well-being for all human beings and every other life, that we must become the key to unlocking this potential in every human being, not seeing one as less than oneself, seeing everyone as equally with a limitless possibility to contribute with endless amount of joy, endless amount of devotion to making every one of us thrive instead of beating and hiding and causing harm and suffering and pain. We can elevate ourselves from the mistakes we make by not repeating them. It is time that we can simply be the solution in the problems of generations and millennia. We can be the solution to the education that we are lacking, the education that made us only understand the logic. We must go beyond the logic to realize the very magic of our lives, that we live on this earth, as temporary as we are. Here we can rise and shine individually and light the lives of others with an endless and, more importantly, a bright reflection to create an incredible and powerful light above us all. May you all step forward gently to realize your endless possibilities. They all call it light at the end of the tunnel. There's more than a light at the end of the tunnel. It's an endless possibility when you see the light. Don't go into another tunnel and find yourself completely in the dark and going through the same. By following your logic and ignoring the mortality and the sensitive nature of our existence here on this planet. Every life can be touched. Every life can be shown. Every life can be thrived. Every life can contribute to this very temporary time we live here.